Hi everyone, I want to talk today about abstraction. I have a student who is really interested in taking the landscape in an abstract direction. She really admires the simplicity and focus on shape and color she sees in the work of painters like Stuart Schills, Wolf Kahn, Peter Weilman. But she's a little bit unsure on how to proceed, and I find that with a lot of students. So um, we got a little piece of photo reference here, and I think that it's pretty cool to look at something like this. So here we've got this piece of photo reference, and it's pretty, right? But how do we get it this simple? It's got a lot going on. We've got these trees, we've got the water, we've got the sky. So of course, as I like to do, we start with a thumbnail sketch. So we started up here. And this one's got all the elements, right? We've got the trees, and we've got the hillside back here, the light mass of foliage here, and the more distant dark hillside. There's also some shadow shapes and the river over here. But we've kind of distilled even this down to some, so what we've got: one, two, three, four, five, six shapes, seven shapes. And so that's a good thing. And so we want those shapes to, like any good composition, we want to identify those strong shapes and strong value differences. I'm also looking for a variety of scale of shapes. So this is pretty good. It's got a nice variety of masses. We've got some big shapes. We've got the big foreground. We've got some kind of intermediate shapes, and then some small shapes. So if you think of that old saying, Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Baby Bear, that's kind of what you want in a composition. You want a variety of scale of shapes. You're also looking for a variety, of course, in value and color. But from this one, I'm going to go over here to this guy, and I'm going to simplify. And in this case, I was just showing her that I'm going to kind of simplify in kind of a geometric way. So I'm going to try to make these shapes more hard-edged and get rid of all the detail. But I'm still kind of preserving where the elements are and how things are sitting in space. You can do that. So from that one, I went down here to this one. And so I'm, getting rid of even more detail, and I changed the shapes up a little bit so I have a little bit more variety in what's going on here. Another way of thinking of it is over here, I'm thinking about these shapes kind of similar where they're placed, but I'm thinking about them being more organic, so more natural. And so I keep simplifying. I keep going, simple, 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 and I'm all the way down here. And it really, it still kind of harks back to this one, but I'm almost at the point where it's not interesting enough. I want to keep some differences in the masses and the intervals of the shapes. So I keep going until I've either got something that I want to work with and at a place where I want to explore, or I've kind of lost it. But all the while I'm really thinking about the energy and the gesture and the expression kind of the original photo reference. What was the feeling in it that I want to capture? So I want my final composition to have that life and energy to it. So I hope this little demo helps a little bit in getting you from perhaps this to, actually this is the one that I think is the most interesting and could be explored a lot. So you can see you can really take things in lots of different directions. But I like the saying that I read. I'm going to read you. And Pablo Picasso said, "There is no abstract art. You must always start with something." And I think that's so true. Practically anything that we're going to paint is really an abstraction, because we're sort of like making a magic trick anytime that we're making a representation, an image that's representative of something, right? And David Hockney also said, of course, all painting, no matter what you're painting, is abstract in that it's got to be organized. And so that's what we're doing. We're just organizing the shapes in just a slightly different way than we would if we were doing capturing all the detail. So I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.